Okay, so this is the 3-cup Bialetti Mocha Express coffee maker. I've had this about a month. I quite like the coffee it makes. It's a kind of a little item of engineering, really. It's coffee engineering going on here. So my tip is to unscrew it, loosen it first, then you can just twiddle it around with the top of this pot here. It's quite an easy way to turn the top here. Okay, so you put the water in the bottom here up to the valve mark, then the coffee goes into this compartment here. There's some fairly small holes here, and there's also another filter on the upper part, even smaller holes. So what happens is the coffee, when you heat up the water will boil and it'll force the steam up through this little spout here, and you get like a compression chamber in here. So the coffee is going to be, you're going to get steam pumping in there and making the coffee do its thing, and then finally the liquid will come out through here into the chamber. So let's do that. So I filled the water in just about to the level of the valve here. That's just a safety valve in case something happens that it doesn't explode. I think that's unlikely. I think you can experiment with how much coffee you use in this thing. You know, it depends on what coffee you're using, how strong you want it. This 3-cup model makes just about enough coffee for a nice cup for one person. I think it's the cup system with the Bialetti is a little bit misleading actually. It's you know, 1 cup is a really tiny amount. It's an espresso quantity really, but the coffee you get from these is not really espresso strength, so it's not, you know, 3 cups is about enough for 1 good cup of coffee. So you put your coffee in, and then just tighten it, hand tight. You don't, you know, you do it by feel really. You don't want to do it too tight because you might damage the seal. That's fine, the seals work quite well. Okay, we put this on the stove. You want about moderate flame on that. You want to use the smallest ring. You want to try and avoid the flames coming too far underneath the back part here where the handle is, because that'll just make the handle hot. So you'll hear it start to splutter a bit like this after about 3 minutes. That means most of the coffee has come through, so I'd start to turn down the heat a bit because it's nearing the end of the coffee making. I usually find there's a little bit of water left in the bottom, but that doesn't matter. And if we open the lid here, there we see the coffee is finished coming out, and it's just starting to settle down a bit. While the coffee is settling, I usually prepare some hot milk. That's the way I like to have it. Some people, you know, you can dilute it with a bit of hot water because sometimes the coffee is too strong. But I like it with hot milk, so I'll just put that in the microwave for a minute. And I got a little frother here, so add the coffee. So see, I've got about 2/3 of a kind of regular size cup here. That's what you get from the 3-cup maker. And the frothed milk, and there you have a great cup of coffee. So thanks for watching and enjoy your coffee.